Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Sistas. Okay, this is season 8, episode 12. Pull the trigger. Much ain't really happened. It was, here. We see Andy still being followed. She's leaving the firm at this point because they don't tell her, girl, you suspended. What you mean? You gonna come back to work? Like, that ain't how any of this work. So she maces the guy, and he's like, "Oh no, Miss Barnes!" And she's like, "Miss Barnes, like, how you know me?" And then she sees his face and sees that he is somebody that the firm hires often. That's like their go-to PI. So she's like, "Well, who put you on me?" Of course, it was Robin, and Robin comes up and she's like, "Oh, speaking of the devil," because she's asking him all these questions. Look, they told me to watch you. I'm watching you. Who? It was Mr. Daughtery, whatever. Okay, well, why? He like, I don't know, girl. If the managing partner tells me to watch somebody, I'ma just do it. She's like, acting, managing partner. And I'm just like, girl, you trying to be all self-righteous and it's so annoying about this situation because you're a lawyer. Appearance is everything. Nobody really wants a lawyer that is always in some scandals or always up to no good and being followed by the FBI. Don't nobody want that for their lawyer. Don't nobody want that. So the fact that she thinks that she just gonna continuously be with Gary or play around with Gary or have access to Gary when he has constantly had her in these situations, it's just like, what would you advise your friends and your clients if they were in a similar situation? Do you not understand the severity of these ordeals? Ma'am, ma'am. Like I said, ever since the first, what was it, the first raid where uh, when he had her out in the country and they left her out there in the country. Girl, you should have moved out that place. You should have just left I about would have moved out of Atlanta. I'm not lying to you, baby. I would be reinventing myself in New York or something, or at least a few states over. I wouldn't have been in Atlanta no more. But no, she continues to stay there. She continues to let this man have access to her. She continues to play around with this man. And look, it almost cost you your life. It's about to cost you your job and your livelihood. And she still don't understand. She think it's everybody's fault but her own. Girl, what is you mad at Robin for? He been doing whatever it is he could do to try to help you. Okay? It don't seem like it's many other y'all seem like the only two black lawyers at this firm. So it's given, who else is he gonna give the cases to if a lot of people lean into you? Because, for sure. It'll be such a contrast to give her case to one of the old white men when the people that's been working on her been working with her. So it just makes sense that Robin did everything that he has done. But she is mad at him. She's acting like he is the one that personally put her in this position. So she's going to act as such, okay? Robin is just like, girl, I'm trying to make sure that the folks that came for Gary don't come for you. That's why I put security on you. She's pissed because that's not a good enough reason. If that was the case, he should have told her and not just invaded her privacy. I said, that's fair, but the type of person you are, that wouldn't have been a smooth conversation to have. So he feels like, yeah, I just gotta take care of you. That's for my job. She's like, you know what? I'll let it slide. You know what? I'll let you slide too. You ain't my attorney no more. Then they're interrupted by a phone call from Fatima. She's at the hospital, y'all. Fatima is at the hospital and she's like, it's Karen. She went into labor. Yeah, get here fast. However, when the screen flips to Fatima and Zach's scene, they're still at the house. They're still at the house. Tyler Perry and people. Tyler Perry and people. Y'all supposed to start the episode with the house scene. Okay, y'all should have started it with the house scene, and then we get Andy in the garage, Mason the guy. So when Fatima calls her, next time we see Fatima, they're actually at the hospital. Cause how they go from the hospital to the house, then back to the hospital. See, Tyler Perry, this is why people always got so many critiques for you. This is an insane mishap. This lets me know that people are not watching these shows back for errors or inconsistencies. This is what it's giving, because there's no way anybody put eyes on that episode down at Tyler Perry Productions and they said, yeah, looks good to me. What Beyonce said, somebody getting fired. Somebody getting fired. That's how it will be, because there's no way. But anyway, at the hospital to call Andy back at the house when it flips to them. So Fatima is basically getting them both together because they're doing the most. Zach is being obsessive about these text messages, and Karen is doing the most by popping up. Fatima is just like, girl, you know you wouldn't go for this if some chick just kept popping up at your house. Some chick, yeah, some chick. Just because you my nigga baby mama, that don't give you right to be popping up. But Karen was like, well, I feel like I can't pop up when people are texting me about the custody of an infant and da-da-da-da. Like, girl, it's totally not that deep. These are conversations. Zach was doing a lot. Zach was doing a lot. We're not going to bypass that. He was doing way too much. But these are conversations that the four of y'all can sit down and have. You, Zach, Aaron, and Fatima, because y'all gonna be the parents of the kids. So the four of y'all need to sit down and discuss, hey, the first 3 months, this baby's not leaving my sight. So if y'all want to see this baby for the first 3 months, at least the first 3 months of their lives, y'all gotta come to my house, because they're not leaving my sight. I'm going to breastfeed. I'm going to breastfeed for as long as I feel like it. You can keep the baby as long as you keep my breastfeeding schedule. I'll send you whatever packs of milk. That is the conversation the four of y'all need to sit down and have. Because that's the reality of it. You don't just pop up mad yelling at him. He don't know. This is his first baby. This is his first baby. He don't know what's appropriate. You know he ain't about got no boundaries. He tried to hug you. You have to tell him, So, yes, y'all. Karen is getting all defensive, and Zach is like, hold on, I'm the problem. Blame me. Y'all need to agree again and blame me. He's like, this ain't good for neither one of y'all pregnancies. And so they look at him like, excuse me? Karen is clearly feeling a way that Fatima is also pregnant. And I'm like, okay, girl. She's feeling a way that Fatima is also pregnant, and she starts having contractions. So they got to take her on into the hospital. They get to the hospital. She gets checked in and stuff. Zach is super nervous, and he don't know what to do. He bothering the nurses. He bothering Fatima. He pacing around. He eating chips and slurping soda all loud, just doing the most. Tima is like, we should call Aaron. He's the daddy of them babies too. He deserves to know and to be here. Because if she having them babies, he do deserve to be there. So first, Zach is like, girl, no. But she gonna call him anyway. So also, she had, we already saw where she had called Andy before they got to the hospital, but they was at the hospital, but they wasn't at the hospital yet. But yes, child. So she's back there with the doctor. Karen is back there with the doctor, and he's asking her some questions, and he realized, like, girl, you just having Braxton Hicks. You ain't having them babies tonight. So he rolls her on out there. Zach is like, Karen, what you doing? What you doing, Karen? What's going on? What you doing? I hate how they have him acting so immature and special sometimes. Because why is you doing all this yelling? What is she doing? She's sitting there while somebody's rolling her into the room. Why is you all excited, sir? So, they're sitting there talking. The doctor's like, okay, cool. She's not having the babies tonight. But she'll need no stress, okay? She'll need no stress. Andy pops up, but she gonna relax and chills once she finds out that she not having the babies tonight and everything's good. It was just Braxton Hicks. She says, well, I'm gonna go check on Gary. Fatima and Karen looking at her like, Gary? And they check her about it. They're like, she's like, you two are agreeing? Zach's like, yeah, they've been doing that to me and da-da-da-da. That's how we got here. And I'm like, Andy, Are you retarded? Jesus and Satan will agree with you not dealing with Gary, okay? Of course, two people that care about you are going to agree that you don't need to deal with a man who has had you in the type of situations that he has. So for her to be like, oh, you two agreeing, oh wow, ooh, girl, girl. Andy gets on my nerve because she's a lawyer, so it's like, not saying that you're supposed to be smarter than everybody else, but I mean, I expect you to have a certain type of couth and self awareness and situational awareness about yourself. Ugh. And then they got the nerve to girls to disrespect my 1881. Anywho, so she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go check on Gary. Gary? Ooh, y'all agreeing. Okay, well, I'm gonna go check on him. She leaves to go check on Gary. Like I said, the doctor told Karen, no stress. I know you in a high stress situation. You got these businesses, you got these baby daddies, but no stress. Aaron comes in and does exactly that. He is so annoying. Aaron has no self-awareness either, and it blows me because he's supposed to be like a pastor or a minister or something. You lead the men's group, but it's the blind leading the blind, baby. It's a hot mess. He comes in there, the doctor's like, yeah, no more arguing with your baby daddy. He's like, baby daddy? She arguing with her. You been arguing with her? You been arguing with Karen? And then he starts up this whole argument with Zach. And Fatima is like, this is stupid because she's not supposed to be stressing. Karen, can you calm this down? Because Karen's just sitting there like, girl, calm them down. Tell him what happened. No, we weren't arguing. We was just disagreeing about some baby stuff. That's it. It's cool. Calm down. Karen, it's like she be wanting them to fight over her. It's like she be wanting them to fight over her. Very annoying, okay? They get to arguing. The doctor comes out like, what I just say? What I just say? And that's how the episode ends, but let's get to everything in the middle, which wasn't much. We see Daniela. She's on the floor holding her chest, thinking that she's having a heart attack. She called Krisha. Krisha gets there. She's like, yeah, I called 911 as soon as I got off the phone with you. That was 15 minutes ago. They should be here soon. So Krisha is looking cute. Krisha looking cute. She's like, oh girl, you was on a date. She was like, I was having dinner with a friend. And later on, Danny was like, so tell me about this dude you were on a date with. And Krisha was like, who said it was a dude? Period. Period. They was like this. But anyway, back to the scene. Danny, the 911 gets there. They take her vitals and everything. They say she looked good. Her blood pressure is a little bit elevated though. They just say, girl, you having a panic attack. You're not about to die tonight. You're good. So Danny is embarrassed at this point. She's trying to get Lucretia to leave, but she's like, you can't be alone right now. And she's like, who do you want me to call? She gives her her phone, call Sabrina. She calls Sabrina. Sabrina comes over to be with her. But remember, y'all, so as she gets this call, remember she's with Rich. Rich just got a call from the lab at night when they calling him to come in. Who does that? Never. But they were playing basketball. She gets the call. Rich hears it and he calls Tony and lets Tony know something wrong with your girl, bruh. Something wrong with your girl. We headed over there now. You might want to meet us there. So he gets there. Tony gets there and he just comes in and he's stressing her out some more. And Tony is just so annoying. Like I told y'all last episode, Tony is probably my least favorite outside of Gary. He's probably my least favorite character because he has zero self-awareness, but he always tries to check Daniela, check Danny about what she needed to be doing, how she needed to be doing it. And it's like, do you not realize you need to take your own advice? You're the most unprofessional, the least self-aware person that exists on this show. Like, you can't be telling somebody else to do sweep around your own porch, okay? But he stresses her out. She puts him out, and Rich leaves too. Her and Sabrina end up talking, and she's just letting her know, like, girl, I know that he's not the reason that I had a panic attack per se, but he don't make it no better, basically. I can't remember what she said exactly, but to the gist of it, he don't make it no better. And he don't. He don't really make the situations no better. He adds unnecessary stress to her life. Outside of a little pokey, it don't really seem like he adds the value that he feels like he's adding to her life. You want me to be in this management program. You want me to strive for more at work. But every chance you get, you coming up on there, grinding up on me, trying to make me go to your office. People see this and you don't care, but you want me to advance in this very same place. What? You got these kids you ain't really telling her about, this ex-wife that sprang up on some bull. Like, he's just more baggage than anything. He's more baggage than goodness. Let him go. Break up this little friends dating friends mess. It's only cute for a second, but we grown. This not high school. Ditch it. Even in high school, I ain't do that mess. I had a friend. Well, we dated friends, but she was the type to move on a little faster than what I would move on. So she'd be like, oh, such and such got a friend, you need to talk to him. Girl, no, I'm still on the dude you hooked me up with 2 friends ago, boo. I'm not dumping them and just cycling through them just for the sake of it being convenient for you. And that was in high school, and I was like, what are we doing? Girl, bye. So yeah, they need to get on over it, get Tony up out of here. He's no good for my girl Danielle. And don't think that I'm saying she ain't got no problems. Danielle needs that therapy that she's in. She does need to find what makes her happy. She does need to take something serious in life. In life, it doesn't have to be the airport if that's not where she want to work. If that was just a means to an end, okay, but find out what it is that you want to do. Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Do you need to talk to your friends about how they do? Just figure out what it is you want to do. So the guys leave, of course. They go to the bar to have a heart-to-heart. They're talking about the Danielle situation, how he's feeling about that. And he's like, oh, I'm trying to be good to her, but it seems like I'm just a trigger. Yeah, baby, you're just a trigger. Because one, you don't know this lady and you keep telling her what she needs to do, but then you keep actively working against the things that you say that she needs to do. Okay, so then Rich is like, yeah, man, we got problems too. I don't know if she gonna stay with me if I can't have these kids because I think something's wrong with my sperm. The lab called back. And Tony takes this opportunity to start making jokes. Oh, maybe this the ghost of your STDs past coming back to hunt. He's very annoyed. Rich is very annoyed by this comment because he's like, why is you playing with me in a time like this? And like I said, Tony is childish. It's Tony. And so at this point, they get a call from Jordan. Put him on speakerphone. He lets them know that Penelope has been arrested, y'all. Lastly, let's talk about Hayden trying to smother Gary. And Gary wakes up. They have a little back and forth a little bit, but he realizes that Gary don't really remember him or Tamara. Hudson walks in there and he's like, yeah, I had to have Gary sedated. He needed rest. And Hayden kind of thinks that him and Gary are besties outside of like the whole Tamara thing. He thought this was his bestie. He thought this was his good boyfriend. You know what I mean? And so this might be to Gary's benefit because this gonna be the one that's trying to get answers, okay? Yeah, he smashed my girl, but I mean, she was for the streets. She was for the streets, okay? But he might be the one to figure out Hudson and to get some type of understanding or justice on what's going on. Because clearly we see that Hudson is up to something. How are you power of attorney over Gary? Of all the people in his life, you are power of attorney? Okay, and what you trying to do? You didn't have him sedated. It pretty much looked like it was you that put the drugs in there too, because the way all of that was timed out. So Hayden might be the one that figures Hudson out and gets to the bottom of that. So as this is going on, Robin calls Hayden. He's looking for him. Why you ain't never in your office? He tell him, oh, I just got out of an important meeting. Can this wait? No, this can't wait. I just wanted to let you know that Andy's leave has been extended indefinitely. I said, ooh. Now, is this true or not? Are they trying to give Hayden the strings to hang himself? Or did they just get out of a meeting and they was just like, it ain't looking good for the girl. Get her up out of here. Get her up out of here, okay? We shall see eventually. Maybe. We don't know. Y'all know how Tyler Perry writers go. Plot holes, stuff that's, not consistent with earlier seasons, just all types of mess. All types of mess, okay? And then as he's hanging up the phone, Andy walks right up because remember, she's going to see Gary. He's walking out from Gary. She walks right up and he tells her what happens. But they both get an alert on their phones that Penelope has been arrested. So they can't even sit in this moment for him to gloat or for her to try to cuss him out or nothing. Because now they're like, oh snap, Penelope got arrested for Gary's murder. Well, attempted murder because he's right there and he's awake. So y'all, we'll see what happens with these crazy storylines, okay? What a clusterfuck, okay? I'm still mad about Fatima being at the hospital and then being back at the house and then going back to the hospital. Do better. Do better, Tyler Perry and co. That's it, y'all. Make sure y'all like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Comment. I always forget about that comment. Comment, let me know what y'all thought, okay? Until the next one. Bye-bye.